Tens of thousands of people, including Sri Lankan teen Shashikala, died from poisoning from a deadly pesticide made in the UK. Hundreds of secret documents and a whistleblower raised the question of whether the manufacturer Syngenta put profit above people. Tens of thousands of people died from the poisoning from a deadly pesticide made in the UK. And as I said, there are not only hundreds of secret documents, there's also a whistleblower who obviously was talking to several media about this. The herbicide gramoxone, with its active ingredient Paraquad, has helped farmers around the world to grow food cheaply for decades. But it's so toxic that one swallow can be fatal. The death toll could run into the hundreds of thousands, a former UN official told British television Channel 4 News. According to Channel 4 News, Swiss manufacturer Syngenta presented flawed safety data on gramoxone, and secret company documents suggested Syngenta had safer and more expensive alternatives that it was keeping from consumers in order to protect their profits. I can't sleep at night when I think about someone swallowing gramoxone somewhere in the world, said whistleblower John Heilings to the Swiss Broadcasting Corporation. Heilings was a researcher at Syngenta and has spent decades researching paraquat safety for the industry. The weed killer, introduced in 1962, is no longer approved in the EU and is considered one of the deadliest pesticides in the world. There is no antidote to paraquat poisoning. The pesticide is still approved in around 100 countries. According to NGOs, Syngenta is the world's largest manufacturer, and that's reported by the Swiss television. Last year, a journalist arm of Greenpeace is Unearthed, I guess, and Public Eye, a Swiss NGO, published a study that found companies in the UK and in some European Union countries have massive amounts of pesticides. Those in their own countries are still banned, and exported them to poorer countries. More than 89,000 tons of such pesticides were exported in 2018, mostly to countries where the use of toxic pesticides poses the greatest risks. The UK was the largest exporter with 15,000 plus tons, or 40% of the total. Other major exporters are the Netherlands, France, Spain, Germany, Switzerland, and Belgium. Swiss-based and Chinese-owned Syngenta was by far the largest exporter of banned agrochemicals. Countries that receive the majority of these dangerous pesticides include Brazil, South Africa, Mexico, Indonesia, and Ukraine. Although this issue received a great deal of attention in the US in the early 2000s, little has changed worldwide to stop this practice of selling domestically banned pesticide products to parts of the world that continue to allow their use. This is an unethical practice that adds to the risk for workers in developing countries who are already at great risk to health and local ecosystems. And yes, I know it's a global thing, but I put the UK up there, and it's not because UK bashing all the time. They, as I said, have the biggest share in those sales. And 40%, when you hear the list of countries, 40% is a big margin, and they are the biggest profiteer from the whole thing. That's why I put them up as a beacon for it. Not a shining one, but a beacon. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel. Auf Wiedersehen.